Episode 82 of The Loaded Couch. Robot beer trucks. Nintendo Switch talk. Red Dead Redemption 2. Comfy couch reviews. Questions from listeners. Beer.
Beer.
You wanna play?
Reach in at your own risk. This is The Loaded Couch.
All right, we're back. Episode 82 of The Loaded Couch. I'm Scotch Hound.
Pigeon Peg Leg.
And Celtic Fox.
And let's get started with what beer we're drinking. Pigeon set us up for the week. He gave us the options for pumpkin and or something we haven't tried before. So, Pidge, why don't you lead us off?
I'm drinking the Syrligt.
You watch your mouth.
It's from the brewery is, I'm going to hack it on purpose, Doogie's Ale and Porterbryggeri, AB.
Okay.
It's a sour ale from Sweden. It's copper in color. It's 4.5% alcohol, and it's not Swedish fish.
All right. Kelk?
Drinking cold brew coffee. It's from Saranac.
Starbucks.
Matt Brewing Company. It's their lager, coffee flavored. And
is that the stuff you had last time, Scotch?
No.
Yeah, no, not that beer, but the company.
The Matt Brewing Company?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your dad got it from upstate New York.
Yeah, you had a Saranac not too long ago, I think.
I had a Saranac Brewing Company, but not a Matt Brewing Company.
Well, it's
the same.
It's the same. It says Saranac, and then it's made by the Matt Brewing Company.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't creepily follow you everywhere.
You might.
Sorry.
Was that on my my Untapped app?
Maybe.
Okay.
And it's a copper color, 5.2% alcohol.
All right. Myself, I'm drinking the Pumking, ale from Southern Tier Brewing Company. It's out of Lakewood, New York. It's brownish orange in color, and it's 8.6% alcohol.
It's pretty high for a pumpkin beer.
Yeah. I already marked it on Untapped, but I'm not a fan of pumpkin beers at all.
I saw. You're like, I don't like pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
Thumbs down.
All right, in beer news, the first commercial delivery made by a self-driving tractor trailer or truck was 2,000 cases of Budweiser beer.
Bud.
Is this putting the Clydesdales out of work or what?
Yeah, maybe they can get some self-driving Clydesdales. That'd be pretty sweet.
Maybe we'll see some Super Bowl commercial with just trucks.
I was gonna say just robotic trucks and no more Clydesdale.
Maybe they can get some sexy robots, to do that.
Now let me ask you this: you think it'd be like creepy to see a self-driving car without anybody in the driver's seat, right? So are they gonna put like those crazy taxi drivers from Total Recall in it, just to make it funny. Look?
We were actually talking about this at work with the Tesla video where it self-parks at the mall and then you can summons it back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll find you, I guess, anywhere in the country is what they're saying. Could you imagine just being at a stoplight and looking to your right and seeing the car sitting there with nobody driving it?
That's what I'm saying. They need a taxi driver from Total Recall in it.
Do you think they could get like an inflatable somebody? That way it's like when the car actually does finally get to you, it just deflates and goes back into its little case, or you have to put it back in the trunk?
It's like a little side pocket in the seat that it inflates when it goes in the auto mode.
Right.
That'll run off a gas generator.
There you go. There's a business we should start. We should create funny characters that sit in your automated cars.
Get one of those like inflatable, like flaily, skinny arm, skinny body things that you see at like the car dealerships.
Nicole hates those things. They have the fan that constantly makes him dance.
Stole my moves.
We should make a character from the torso up with his hands like up over his forehead with screaming, kind of like he's panicking.
Looking out the side window instead of looking forward. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Otto, which I think is a new company that's working with Uber. It's the Uber-owned self-driving vehicle operation, announced the completion of its first commercial delivery, having delivered its beer load from Fort Collins, Colorado to Colorado Springs, a roughly 120-mile trip on Interstate 25.
I-25.
The delivery was indicative of Uber's larger ambitions to become an enormous transportation network, one in which the company is responsible for moving anything, like people, hot meals, and cases of beer, around the globe at all hours.
Important, really important.
And as efficiently as possible. So what do you guys think? And kind of, other than the regular cars driving, which is a little bit crazy to look at, how about delivery vehicles, large delivery vehicles with lots of weight and value?
I think there's just going to be this big transition period of trust. I mean, especially a bigger vehicle like that. You're going to be paranoid enough as it is that a car is going to go out of control and hit you. But realistically, I mean, the way people get sidetracked and distracted, it's probably the computers are probably a lot better drivers than people.
Yeah, but what happens in like an emergency where the brakes don't work?
Hopefully they have an emergency e-brake.
That's probably going to be how to be automated, because that's usually manual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figuring out the downshift or, something other than that.
But like I'm saying, I mean, when you look at the big picture with the human error, they're probably going to tell you there's an acceptable number. If you have 100 like 100 automated crashes a year is better than 50,000 human crashes.
Yeah. How about like a blown tire? It just knows that the tire blew. It figures itself out, pulls over, and radios.
Calls AAA.
AAA. Yeah, exactly. Come out here and change my tire.
Imagine the look on that guy's face when he pulls up and there's no one in the car.
Yeah.
I have a flat tire. Please help.
He's going to ask for the AAA card, and there's going to be nobody in the truck.
Some guy will come out tied up in the trunk. I don't know. I think Calquette did it. There's going to be like a trust period.
Yeah.
I don't like it's because right now I'm not old, but I'm old school. Like I like to have a physical object. I like to hold the steering wheel. I like to hold a controller.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think I'd be comfortable sitting in the driver's seat not driving. I'm already a bad passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be more afraid of being in a car that's driving on its own that I can't control. I'd be more afraid of that moment than I would just knowing there's other cars out there that are automated.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, movie talk. You guys both watched movies, so Calc, why don't you lead us off? Tell me what you watched. Tell us what you watched. Tell the listeners what you watched.
We watched Bad Moms last
Pigeon's
night.
Mom.
Absolutely. Yeah, my wife she's been wanting to see it, and so we decided to pick it up and watch it.
And
it was pretty good. It was, you guys always say I like everything. It was good, but not great. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10. Nothing really super funny. Not like Deadpool funny or anything like that. But it was very raunchy. It goes with my wife's sitting over there chuckling because she's got a dirty mind as it is, and I pegged one of the characters in the movie exactly as her. But I'll tell you what, you think boys have some locker room talk? Let me tell you, my wife was chuckling. There's some things that the ladies say when we're not around.
No shit, dude. What, do you live in a bubble, in your own little calc bubble?
No, I fully am aware of things that are said.
All right, Paige, what'd you watch?
I watched the scary movie The Boy.
Okay.
With the girl from The Walking Dead, Glenn's wife, Maggie.
Okay.
Is this like a Pinocchio kid type of thing?
No, it's the short story of it is a family loses a child when he was 6 years old, and then they got a doll made of porcelain to replicate the child, and then they just been keeping up with it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I meant. That's Pinocchio enough, Pinocchio enough for me.
Okay, but it has some really good twists, some pretty good jumps, and I would recommend seeing it.
Okay. I remembered I actually did watch a movie. I just watched it last night, actually. The Corpse Bride.
Okay, nice. Tim Burton.
Yeah, with the
Johnny Depp
claymation. Yeah, Johnny Depp voicing. It's good. It's a good Halloween holiday movie to see if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also in movie news, the classic sports movie Space Jam is returning to theaters for a limited run for the 20th anniversary, November 13th and November 16th.
The greatest rap song for a movie.
Rap
ever.
song. Okay, which one?
It's the one that has like Cypress Hill, the lead singer. I forget his name. And it has like Busta Rhymes, and it has like Coolio. Has all the greatest rappers.
Gotcha.
Coolio, and there's Coolio in it.
I thought you were gonna say like Skilo and
I was hoping.
Warren G.
Nate Dogg.
Regulators.
Oh my god.
Round up.
All right, George Lucas is not involved with Indiana Jones 5 except as a producer.
Thank God.
I was gonna say, good.
Just banish from
him
existence.
keep him away from it all.
You should have walked away from 4, 5, and 6. You
Yeah,
should
but
have
he
made 1, 2, and 3.
he walked away from what else? The new Star Wars, right?
Star Wars, and look.
And how crappy was that?
It was shitty. Can't believe Han Solo died.
All right, TV talk. Pidge, lead us off with what you watched.
I watched the first 3 episodes of American Horror Story Roanoke.
And
I'm really liking it.
it gets better.
So I'm into that paranormal kind of.
It gets much better. It
Oh,
gets a
I can't
lot
wait.
better.
I got a glimpse of Lady Gaga. She needs to brush her teeth. I'll tell you that. I also watched X-Files.
The original?
As you see, yeah,
Or the
the
new ones?
original X-Files.
Okay.
The from season 1. I'm up to episode 4.
Those are the best.
Yeah, I still got a crush on Scully.
Golly, yeah.
Even with her 80s hairdo. Or 90s, I think it is.
and her super shoulder pads and
Shoulder pad power suit. Yeah.
Is she rocking the 90s bush or what?
Of course, dude. Of course. It's all gingered out. You should know. And I also watched Fast and Loud, the season finale. I think you guys would have liked this one. The guy who runs the shop, the owner, bought a $200,000 Porsche 911 twin turbo S.
Nice.
In like this crazy green color. It's super nice looking.
like a lime green.
And yeah, it's like a lime green. It was like one of 10 or something like that.
Like
made.
with the
With black
911
lettering?
GT3. Yes, yeah. And the car that they built, they bought a 2000 Carrera that had blown head gasket. It had
Carrera GT?
no, just it was like it's a 2000. It was like it's like those.
Or 911 again.
No,
The Carrera GT was like the 2-seater with the mid-engine, right, Cal?
It's the car Paul
then
Walker
it's
died
not
in.
it's the one. No, it was like one of those like civilian looking ones, the ugly looking ones with the convertible. It looks like a pill.
Boxer?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it was like before the Boxer.
Okay.
So anyway, it's that car. It has a 6-cylinder. So what they did, they took the engine out of it and dropped an LS3 crate Chevy engine in it.
I was gonna say that's the
Corvette engine?
That's
the
a Corvette
Corvette.
engine.
Yeah, the LS.
They
The
dropped
V8.
4 Hundo in it. In a Porsche. They call it a Porschette.
Oh my god.
and he raced him. He said that if we build this and we'll race, I bet you we could beat you. And he beat him just like barely.
Wow.
But I think the newer Porsche topped out at like 145, and the crate engine topped out at like 136 or something like that.
Now the new Porsche, I'm going
quarter mile, right? Quarter mile time.
Yeah, but it wasn't like off the gate because he knew that the older Porsche would not win at all.
Right.
Because it just had more torque. What they did, they got like a rolling start to 25 miles an hour, and then when they hit the cones, then you just gunned it from there. And then I think it was like the quarter mile from there.
Yeah.
But it was pretty interesting, man. They dropped the humongous. Yeah, come get you. I can't believe they took out the engine, a 6-cylinder, and dropped a Corvette 8-cylinder in it.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa. It was loud as hell, too. It was cool.
Calc, what'd you watch?
Watched one episode of Gold Rush. We always tend to go back to that one each season.
Does it make you want to go out and start digging for gold?
No.
You didn't see the hole in his backyard?
Yeah. For my dog. Yeah, I was going to say my dog.
Dig for gold, Quinn.
Yeah, I just can't stand the one main guy, the big heavy guy with the goatee beard, like the real long beard. He's
My dad.
The guy who spent all of his money to set himself up and then struggled like the first 3 years.
Yeah, him. Just something about him. I just can't take him. So we watched one episode of that. Watched Westworld, as obviously, big fan of that one. And
Yeah,
we watched.
I'll get to it later.
Yeah, we watched Designated Survivor, the one with what's his name? The guy from 24, Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, that's the ABC show?
Yeah, where he's the only
cabinet member?
The only president. Or the only person who is left to take over the presidency.
Yeah.
Yep, and they blow up the Capitol, and it kills everybody. It was during the president's State of the Union address, so they pretty much took out everybody but him.
I did not know they had that protocol in place.
Yeah, news to me too. And we watched the first 4 episodes. My wife really got into it, so we binge watched it one night from about 9 o'clock till 1 a.m.
She likes that sexy voice from Kiefer.
Where he's,
but yeah, it's good. I highly recommend it. Actually, it's
that was an awkward laugh from Kelk. She's like, "Damn it!" She does.
Myself, I watched American Horror Story. I caught up on that. Luke Cage. We're still rolling on that, and it's still keeping our interest.
Is it getting better as it goes on?
They just threw a twist into it. The last episode that we got into with the villains, so it kind of caught us off guard. So yeah, that kind of, you want to see what's going to happen now.
I hate cliffhangers. I hate them.
We're caught up with we watched the season opener of the Walking Dead, and we're caught up on Westworld as well. When I say we, I mean it's Whiskers and I. Anyway,
yeah.
In TV news, Sherlock season 4 is going to premiere on New Year's Day 2017. Now that's New Year's Day.
Yeah, so you got like what? 2 months.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, not a full year out. 2 months.
Right. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, wait, yeah, okay.
We're in 2016 already.
Yeah. Season 4 of the BBC's Sherlock will premiere on January 1st, 2017 on PBS Masterpiece. Benedict Cumberbatch's high-functioning sociopath, aided by his ever-faithful Dr. Watson, played by Martin Freeman, will face the potential return of his arch-nemesis Moriarty in the first episode, The Sixth Thatchers.
How is this different from the Elementary show on CBS?
It doesn't have a female Sherlock. Oh, no.
Well,
A
female Watson.
Watson, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, is it similar?
Excuse me, sorry. That and it's not. I think one of the things I question is I wonder if it's an underrated show because it's more of like a mini series. It's Scotch.
Which one?
What is it? It's the BBC Sherlock with Cumberbatch.
Oh, that's underrated.
Yeah, well, I mean, because it's what every season is 3 episodes, an hour and a half long each, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's a weird format.
Yeah, it is, and
it's really good though.
It's really good. I mean, we watched the first 2 seasons and halfway through the third, I think.
Of course, Cumberbatch is in it.
Right. But I mean, just the dynamic between him and Freeman. It's just the way that they work together and stuff, and it is kind of like mini movies every single time we watch it, and they're really good.
Are they every 3 weeks in a row, or is it like one every month, or?
Well, we caught up when it was on Netflix, so we just kind of binge watched.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how it releases for the season. We did the same thing. We either caught it on Netflix or I think I caught it on might have been an Amazon, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. The other thing I was going to say is they had a special. I want to say like 2 or 3 months ago, a special episode release of for this Sherlock, the BBC's masterpiece Sherlock. It was like a mix. I think I talked about this in one of the older shows. I told you guys about it. It was all the same characters, but they were playing more of a classic Sherlock role, where they were all dressed. It was kind of back in like the what's that, 1800s?
Like Victorian era?
1600s? Something like 1700s when it was it?
I think so.
Do I hear 18? Do I hear 18?
Yeah.
Late 1700s.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So, it was it took place then, but it was all the same characters because the one that, the regular show takes place now. But it was really good as well. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. But underrated, I don't know. Is it getting bad? Or does it not get any publicity that you're saying it's underrated?
Yeah, I think it just doesn't get enough mainstream advertising, and
I mean, it's BBC as well.
I mean, people aren't talking about Sherlock like they talk about. I don't even want to say the Walking Dead. I mean, like Pigeon said, take like an NBC or CBS show that's pretty popular, and people talk about that more than you hear them talk about Sherlock on BBC.
Maybe, like you're saying, maybe it's because it is kind of that hour and a half show, and it's only 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, Comfy Couch Review. We had to watch the movie St. Vincent with, who was it, Pidge? Bill Murray, that's right. Good job.
Bill Murray.
So who watched it and who didn't?
I didn't watch it, so I had to give $5.
I didn't watch it this recently for the homework assignment, but I did catch it.
Did you finish it?
A couple months ago, my wife. No, I didn't finish it. I saw about, you would say what? It's a 2 hour long, hour and a half long. I probably watched 3/4 of it. But yeah, I didn't get a full watch in on it. But from what I saw, it was good. It was good. I was gonna say I should do I did a pigeon watch of it.
Okay.
So you owe $2.50 then.
Yeah, I'll throw some change in the kitty. But from what I saw, I do like it, and I recommend it. And Scotchy, I was gonna ask you picked this one out. You're quite the Bill Murray fan, huh?
Oh, I do like Bill Murray movies. Yeah, I mean Groundhog Day.
You picked out Rock the Casbah for us too.
Yep. But again, I think he does good movies as it was. I mean, I watched that one as soon as I picked up. What was it? The next week, I think I watched that one with Nicole. Yeah, we really liked it. I mean, it was kind of weird. He kind of always does some stranger things, movies.
He does, but he's got some talent, man.
And Melissa McCarthy added to it as well.
I will give him that. I mean, you think of Bill Murray as like the Caddyshack and the funny guy.
On the fruit.
But no, St. Vincent and Rock the Casbah, I mean, they're great movies.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say great.
I didn't think you saw it. Oh, okay. Rock the Casbah.
No, I wouldn't say great.
It was decent. It wasn't
It goes
great.
from great to pretty good to decent. Make up your mind there, guys. It was okay.
Shut up.
Anyway, I liked St. Vincent. I thought it was good. The story was funny. I was a little bit, I guess,
what is it about
hanging
for all our viewers?
All right. He's kind of like a freeloader, kind of like he has a house and he lives in the New York area, kind of like in one of the. I guess he's still in the city, but it's a little bit more suburbia city because it's still, everybody has a driveway and a backyard with a garage. So it's not like the built up like high rises area and there's, all the streets are tree lined and stuff and they're individual houses, not like row houses or anything. But he has his house and it's kind of all run down. He really just is like a freeloader. He's been collecting somebody else's, like I think his dead mother's Social Security for like a bunch of years, and he just doesn't do anything. He kind of steals, like he has his routines and stuff. He's just kind of a dirty, nasty type of guy. Melissa McCarthy moves in with her son as a single mother. She's a nurse, I think, and she's working longer hours as a nurse because to make up for the money that she's spending on it, living on her own and stuff now from her divorce. And the son kind of befriends Bill Murray just by kind of accident or chance. And Melissa McCarthy kind of asks Bill Murray to start watching him since he did a semi-decent job. I mean, he was still kind of drunk and, passed out, I think, when the kid was hanging out in his house. But the kid enjoyed his company and talking to him, even though he was a crotchety old man and stuff. And then it kind of just goes on from there. And the reason it's called St. Vincent is Bill Murray's character is called Vincent. And the kid does like a book report in the end and kind of talks about him and kind of says, he's not your typical, but if you look at the meaning of what a saint is, you can kind of find in his life what makes him a saint and stuff. But it's a decent movie.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Huh? No, it's not really, because it's like you have to see why. I mean, for the character that he is, it's a far stretch to call him a saint in any, use of the word. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. I'd say check it out. Anyway,
yay for both of you guys.
Yeah, and it's a donation from Pigeon. Why didn't you watch it, you POS?
I don't know.
You're an ass.
I just wanted something scary. I wanted something scary.
Scary. All right, we have a new Frog of Destiny pick coming up. Pidge, you got the names ready?
Yep. Shake it good. Shake it good.
Better not be me because I don't know if I can find another Bill Murray movie.
Oh, it's Kelk.
Oh, crap.
Nice.
It's not even going to be here.
I know. It's going to be on vacation. And then
No, it's for
out of
the
the
whole
hospital.
the whole month of November.
Yeah,
I'll
but we
pick
know how
something.
we know how you heal. After
Yeah.
surgery, you're never coming back.
You didn't eat your woman Vita chocolate vitamins to heal.
Dude, I ate so many of those things.
You have to start get an IV of Vita Coco or something.
Yeah, something.
Blow your sugar down.
All right, so you're gonna let us know about the movie?
Yeah. I'll pick something either during the breaks or I'll tweet it out.
Okay. Well, why don't you give us your thoughts on the beer and your food pairing to go with it?
Okay, so the beer is a yay. It's actually really good. It tastes like my Dunkin' Donuts coffee in the morning that gets a little bit diluted down, so it's not very strong coffee flavor. So it's like a really good mix of the lager and the cold brew coffee. I would recommend it. It makes me think of like a hot summertime type of
Sometime of year that you drink a nice coffee.
Yeah. So, food pairing. Boy,
Donut.
Donuts.
Yes. Breakfast sandwich.
I'll go with a couple blueberry donuts.
A jelly filled blueberry or
No, the
blueberry cake.
The blueberry cake with the glaze
gotcha.
on it.
Nice.
Just a little fun fact. Donuts spelled two different ways. One in the U.S. and one in the rest of the world.
Well, I was gonna say, isn't it spelled two ways in the U.S. too? The way that Dunkin' Donuts spells it, and then the way it's actually spelled in the dictionary.
Nope. The dictionary for the U.S. it's the way Dunkin' Donuts spells it. Everywhere else is dough and then nuts.
Oh, all right.
We're awesome.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh man.
Should be, Fuck yeah. All right, let's get in. Oh no, I didn't do my review and Pitch didn't either.
No.
Pitch, go ahead, do.
Nay. How about you?
Yeah, nay. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't like pumpkin beer, so it wasn't really worth talking. I mean, it's not a bad beer, but it's got that pumpkin flavor, and I just don't like the aftertaste, personally.
Yeah.
All right, let's get new beers, and we'll be back with Let's Talk Games.
For more from the Loaded Couch, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
If you like me and would like to follow me on Twitter at Pigeon Peg Leg and also on Twitch, Pigeon Peg Leg. Pigeon Peg Leg.
Hey, this is Scotch Hound. If you want to hear more from me, you can check me out on Twitter at ScotchHound_LC or on Twitch at ScotchHound.
All right, we're back with Let's Talk Games.
Games. I'm really close to the mic. Does it sound better?
I want to play a game. Calc, what are you drinking?
I'm part 2. Drinking the same stuff. I bought a 6-pack. It's
All right, screw you. Pigeon, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Ola Dubh Special Reserve 18 from Harviestoun Brewery Limited. The style is an old ale barrel aged beer from the UK, Scotland. It's black and 8% alcohol. And let me read it what it is real quick. They make a beer called Old Engine Oil, and they take that beer and they put it in cask to mature with their Highland Park 18, which is known as the best spirit in the world.
Best beer?
Whiskey.
Okay.
Best spirit in the world.
Spirit, okay.
Yeah, it's I never had whiskey before.
Oi. Really?
And yeah, and this bottle was the $13 bottle, 12 ounces. I'm loving it, man. I fucking hate the guy who told me to get it.
Calc, we've had whiskey before, right?
Yeah, yep.
Myself, I'm drinking the Indian Brown from Dogfish. It's their dark IPA. It's not their regular Indian Brown Ale. It's the dark IPA. In Milton, Delaware, it's dark brown. I think it's in the dark brown bottle.
Isn't the same? It's not the same thing.
No, it's completely different beer. That's what I asked the guy at the store. I'm like, they didn't just change the label. He goes, no, this is their dark IPA. He's like, the other one was a lager. Indian Brown.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's totally different. It is. Even, hold on a second. Let me take it.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, no, it's totally different. Totally different. Yeah, it has like a darker flavor to it and everything else. Yeah, it's their dark IPA, 7.2% alcohol. All right. Again, I'm going to go Calc. Calc, what'd you play this past week?
So, rounded out most of the week
Boring.
with Battlefield 1.
Okay.
But my trial
Used
I
up your
think
trial
popped.
time.
It popped and ran out like 12:30 the one morning we were playing. And last night we got back into the Division.
Patiently waiting for how long? 2 months?
Like a little between 2 and 3 months. So we did patch 1.4 came out, which is pretty much they burned everything to the ground and started over.
Yeah, you should see the city. It looks crazy.
we pretty much did the same with our characters, right?
It was when Trump was elected.
we all started with new characters, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the loot drop so far. I'm excited to get to level 30 again and try the world tiers 1 through 4 because you get better loot.
Yeah, because so far I'm not noticing a difference. I forgot how gorgeous the game and how good the controls are, but I don't notice a difference between 1.3 and 1.4.
Yeah. Yep. Not yet. Not in the early stuff.
Cat
Somebody's
decided to
pussy's on
freak on me. Yeah, seriously. What the hell happened?
Control your partner.
Yeah. So, Paige, what'd you play?
Nothing's more suspicious than pushing.
Yeah.
I played the Destiny Rise of Iron Festival of the Lost. I got a broom sparrow.
Okay.
Which was cool.
What does smoke come out the back of it?
I guess the straw lights on fire.
Okay, kind of like when Harry Potter was fighting that dragon.
I never really saw the Harry Potter.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Okay.
It's pretty cool. It's just like the one last time, but wear this mask, kill this many people, come back, get another mask, do this. But you get different. You get a rare shader. You get a couple rare emblems, couple rare stuff. So
boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Division 1.4, like Kelk said, we played it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of Minecraft, Battlefield 1, and I played the beta for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on the PS4.
And what'd you think?
I was telling you guys earlier, I'm a Call of Duty, I love the Call of Duty campaign. I love the multiplayer because it's just fast-paced, arcadey. But it's just, maybe it's just I just don't like the jumping and the super amount of wall running and floating. I mean, I like the wall running in Titanfall, but this takes it to another level where it's just too much. Graphically wasn't that nice.
Is Battlefield 1 that good that it took you away from Call of Duty?
It might have been. It's just I just don't like the super jumping high. In Titanfall it was like a double jump. It wasn't like a super floaty jump.
Yeah, yep.
And you wall run, but for like the Call of Duty, I don't know, it just didn't feel like platformy. It's hard to explain. It didn't feel like Titanfall. I guess that's what I was comparing it to, and that might have been a bad choice.
So is it safe to say that Call of Duty's kind of fallen to the wayside with how with how great Titanfall has done, both in Titanfall 1, but now Titanfall 2 I hear is getting really good reviews.
Yeah.
And especially with as much as you keep comparing it.
And now, yeah, exactly. Yeah. The comparison. And then now that you've also played a really stellar Battlefield 1, I think Call of Duty's kind of lost a step.
Yeah, it did lose a step. I think they got to revamp and start from scratch. They got to figure out how to compete now with EA and with Respawn.
You think they should go?
Respawn.
You think they should go classic again, and get away from the modern?
Well, I think the only thing they have going for them is you can get the remastered Call of Duty 4, which I think there'll be more of a player base for that than the Infinite Warfare multiplayer.
Yeah, especially if you can get people texting across the screen and running at 900 miles an hour and everything.
With grenade launchers jumping up the entire map. No, but I think the install base for the multiplayer will be higher for the remastered version than the Infinite Warfare. But I think the rumors for next Call of Duty, they're going to Vietnam, which I think might be interesting.
Okay. Now, with the Infinite Warfare, is that the one where you can go out into space and stuff? Did you do that at all?
No, I didn't do the campaign. I just did the multiplayer. It was in a match. And
okay.
I haven't played a Call of Duty in a while, and maybe I'm just not up to par with these people.
Did you play it like crackhead hour, or did you play it like daytime hour?
I played it at like dinner time, so it should have been easier for me, but like I said, these guys jump, twist, slide, reload while they're running on the wall. Then they, hover, jump, and then they slide when they hit the ground. It's just, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Myself, I played some Assassin's Creed Unity. I went back and just jerked around on the map for a little while.
That's weird. I did that 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
but it took forever to load, and my baby started crying, so I had to go.
I played some Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm just going back trying to 100% all the boards. Played some Division, as you guys said. Played some Minecraft, as Pigeon mentioned, and again the Battlefield 1. Although the last time I went to play with Dan, it just kept kicking me, and I don't know if it was trying to give precedence to the people who actually bought the game, since I'm still just using the trial, so it just kept kicking me out of the map. But it kept resetting me like out of the game, saying that I disconnected from EA servers, but then it would kick me or boot me from my party chat as well.
You been having issues with that for a while.
So I'd have to do a hard reboot of the Xbox, and it'll be fine. I could join, and then another 2 minutes from then, and it would completely boot me again, where it would say disconnect from EA servers. It'd disconnect me from my party. I'd still be in Xbox Live, but I'd have to do a hard reset because it would just say that it can't connect to Battlefield servers, and it just wouldn't let me restart the game. So I was just kind of burning my trial time. So I said, screw it. I just turned it off and started playing Minecraft.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question with how do you, going back to Assassin's Creed Unity,
I like it. It is still a really good game.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like I forgot how cool this game was, like climbing everything and just jumping and assassinating people from a roof.
Yeah, well, but I like the one where I'm just kind of like walking through the city, and it's like, oh, take out these criminals or something that are kind of bullying this guy.
Yeah,
and I just kind of walk up to him, and I stab the one dude under his throat or under his chin, and I grab the other guy by the neck, and then I like break his neck and just keep walking. Like, I don't
it
even
makes that like coin sound that you did it. It's like ching.
Yeah, and they both just fall, and hear the people in the crowd behind me go, oh my god, ah! And then some people start running by me and stuff, and then get caught up on a stupid food cart, and they just keep running like into the food cart, and another person
Hey, do you guys think that a lot of these games, that we go back to and we say they are, actually really good, do you think a lot of it just falls victim to the fact that there's so many games that come out and we just don't have so imagine like Assassin's Creed Unity. Do you think the game would be that much better to you if it was one of two games only that you've owned?
I think we have to have more what's it called? More restriction in buying games, because I think we just buy games to buy games and then buy games.
And I think we've been doing a pretty good job of it this year. We've been holding back on a lot of stuff. But do you think that's part of the culprit? I mean, that we fell into this trap of the first, I guess, 3 years already of the console, Xbox One specifically.
I think so. I think
there's something new and exciting that comes out, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna buy that and play that for a while, and then we just forget about the other one. Yeah,
my prime example is Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Witcher. I mean, stellar games that I just don't have the time to play.
Well, I played the crap out of GTA 5, so that might be you.
I played a crap out of it on the 360. I haven't played it much on the Xbox One.
Right. I played.
We did initially,
both. Right.
But I think you're right. I think there's just so many games that come out. But I think this year we're reserving ourselves. Okay, let's kind of like we're gonna get Battlefield 1. And then even though Titanfall and Call of Duty and Forza Horizon 3, I think we're waiting down the line where it's cheaper. And I think that's the smarter route to do it.
Right, because of how many games we're going to be able to play.
Yeah, because we're going to be playing Battlefield and probably until March, until something. And then Forza Horizon 3 will go on sale. And then we'll get that and, pick that up.
The other thing I was going to say with Assassin's Creed is there's just so much stuff in that map to do.
I know.
It is just ridiculous how many little things you have available to do as like side missions, little chase things or races, and then the interactions with the NPC. Yeah, collectible. It's just, there's so much stuff in that, which is great if that's the only game you play for a year.
Yeah.
I was going to say, and that's what made me think of that point, that, that topic was if we could really dedicate 80 hours to each game, I think they'd be stellar games. We put 10 hours into it and we move on.
But I think Ubisoft, sorry to cut you off, but I think Ubisoft saw that, because I love platforming games. I love collectible games. But I think Assassin's Creed Unity showed, and maybe even Syndicate too, because that came out after Unity, that there's just oversaturation of collectibles and things to do. The world's so big, it doesn't mean you have to put everything and shoehorn 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
But then again, we complain as gamers if they made the game smaller and didn't have that much stuff in it. Like when I'm playing.
Well, we don't do that. The majority do.
Well, even myself, I find myself doing it. Like when I'm playing The Division, like even last night when we were running through Madison Square Garden, I'm saying there's so many lost opportunities for like loot boxes and stuff in all the, shadowy corners that are just kind of past where you're supposed to make your turn and go to like the next portion of the board. I'm like, there's missed opportunities with additional collectibles, even if it's just like a piece of canned food or water, just something to open up, just like, okay, this person's just venturing around the map more, where Assassin's Creed kind of oversaturates you with it. There's other games that we play that undersaturate, or that completely, neglect that option.
Yeah, and,
so
and that
no
goes
happy
back,
medium, maybe. I don't know.
That goes back to that old, argument we had, I think, a year ago when you guys would bust my chops for saying that sometimes I could just really go for a really solid 6 or 8 hour game. And, when we were talking about the order, 1886 or whatever.
Yeah.
Having realized all this stuff now, I mean, is there really shame in buying like a $40 game that you get 5-6 hours out of? I don't know.
No, there isn't. But
when they price it at $62 or with tax or whatever, yes.
Yeah, so I think the price point.
Because I was just gonna say Record, but Record's like 15 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a pretty.
But that's a decent time, right?
That's a decent time for what you get.
Yeah, no.
But again, on that, I'm thinking, I think there was a missed opportunity with a little bit more of the buried looting with using your dog to dig things up for people who venture around the map. I mean, they have some, but it's sparse.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. Anyway, we've got our comfy couch review of Super Mega Baseball Extra Innings.
Kelk's pick.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Calc, why don't you lead us off with your thoughts?
It was a yay for me. It actually was. When I looked at it, I thought of like retro games. I thought of the old NES era. What was it?
Baseball Simulator, Baseball Stars.
All Stars was the one I used to really love. Baseball All Stars, and I loved just that bigger bat and cranking it over the for the home run.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this one. I was like, all right, let's give this one a shot, and it actually surprised me. And I thought it was better than I was expecting.
And it was the Games of Gold for October.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I would just high level say it's one of those. It's really easy to play, but if you crank up the difficulty, I think it was like scaled 1 through 10, right, or something like that. Or you could. It was something weird. Yeah, so
they called it something different.
Yeah, you start cranking it up and you pick the pitch, but you can also, I guess I would say, post pitch. So after you throw it and release it, you can curve it and do all this crazy stuff. It's one of those easy to play, difficult to master. And I think the only thing it was really missing was if it had multiplayer.
Yep.
If it had online multiplayer, they would have a very solid little fun baseball game to offer.
Which I think the people that made it actually tweeted out and said, a lot of people are asking for it. We're not going to do it for this game, but for, Super Mega Baseball 2, we'll have multiplayer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a little bit more polish, a little bit more artistic, I like the cartoony look of the characters. Yeah, I do too, but I think they could polish it and bring it up just one more little notch. And they do that and they add the online multiplayer. It'd be a solid game.
So what would you prefer? The polishment of it, if that's even a word.
I like it. If it's not. Hashtag polishment.
Yeah. Or multiplayer, if you had to pick one.
The multiplayer.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
I'd keep it exactly how it is, not change a damn thing, and just add multiplayer, and I would take that.
Just like Power Star Golf, if they would have just made that multiplayer, they could have cut some of the crap out of that game if they wanted to.
I tweeted them out; they did not answer me. They just they should have made it a second one.
You got to hit them up on Reddit.
Same thing, art style and everything. That was a fun little game.
Yeah.
Pidge, same.
Yeah, It reminds you of like an older NES, Super NES games that you played. Has that baseball arcade feel, but it definitely needed multiplayer.
Yeah.
But how long do you think it'll last? Because I was playing, I was up to 5 games. And I know you said crank up the difficulty, but do you think just cranking up the difficulty it would last, or it just kind of get I
didn't really dig in to see if there was career mode type of stuff. But I mean, one point I'll point out is my cousin is on my Xbox Live friends list, and
Sorry,
I noticed,
sir, he's my cousin,
and I noticed he's still playing it, and he's a really big baseball fan, and I probably have seen him playing it now for
Yeah, I know. I saw.
over a dozen times. So it must have some longevity to it for someone
Wait a
like
minute.
him.
He's the one that's supposed to help us out with the Falcon Lost.
Yeah, he's our fourth player for the doing the division.
Hey, but hit him up on the horn. Let him get him in on it.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Sorry, sir.
I played it. I didn't have the difficulty up high at all. So
No, I just had fun with it, probably just like you.
yeah, I was at like 12-1. Like I was really kicking. But,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, 100%. I think you guys hit it right on the mark. The characters, I love that there was the mixed sex of the characters. There was women and men. I like the
wish it was just
artwork
men.
on that. You jackass. I like the artwork on the characters and stuff. They were pretty comical.
Yeah.
Some of their stances, or one, the belly was way out, the ass was way out, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the huge chins, and it was great. I thought the comedy of the the cartoony look of it was great.
Yeah.
And even on easy, just something to jerk around with. Was there couch co-op or couch?
Yes.
There is. Okay, that's what I was hoping, because I was looking to play it with my son. I didn't actually get a chance to, but he was interested when he saw me playing, so I'll probably have to look at doing that. But yeah, I'd give it a yay as well, especially for free.
Yep.
All right, we got a new Jack Mayhoff pick for this month coming up.
Just the two, baby.
Come on. Scotchy.
Yes, Pidge, you haven't had one in a while. Do you want me to defer to you before you leave, or what?
You probably should.
Okay, all right, if you want, yeah, I'll give you my choice this month.
No, Scotch, you got it.
All right,
It's
okay.
yours. It's yours.
Let's roll right into Sony news. PS Plus games for this upcoming month.
Some good games, man.
PS4 is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and Deadly Tower of Monsters.
You have to let me know how that Rapture game, Gone to the Rapture, it looks pretty cool.
That and Gone Home, which we got a couple months ago, I got to try.
On PS3 is Dirt 3, which I'm interested in, and Costume Quest 2, which is
It's a shame
perfect
if
for
you had a
Halloween.
PS3, you could play it.
I know, that's not backwards compat to pick up. That sucks.
Wasn't Costume Quest one of the free
The
ones?
second one was
Xbox?
free. Yeah, I think last month or a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just excited for PlayStation. That's coming out right at Halloween time. Actually, it's right after Halloween. They missed the mark. Damn.
Yeah.
PS Vita is Letter Quest R and
Mhm.
Pumped BMX Plus.
I think that's like an iOS game.
Okay, like an app game.
Yeah. I'm not sure though, but sounds like it is.
All right. Sony has announced on the PlayStation blog that it has established a partnership with Rockstar Games so that select online content will arrive first for PS4 players.
Mm.
For Rockstar, is that maybe for the upcoming Red Dead?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean.
Yeah,
Does
it's for Red Dead. It's for Red Dead 2.
Does that make
Yeah,
or break a thing for you that they're doing these
No.
content first on partnership?
No,
crap?
I don't
think
think
it's-
it.
It's more for people who buy like the DLC right away.
Mhm.
They got to have it first.
Yeah,
Well,
bullshit.
and a perfect example is, I mean, Pigeon, you love your Destiny. It didn't ruin your view of Destiny at all because Sony got the extra, what was it, mission or two?
Yeah, they got an extra strike and a couple different exotics that you can't get on Xbox One. But I think you're supposed to be able to get them after a year. But that was just a rumor. I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Mhm.
It doesn't bother me either way. I mean, it sucks.
It's not
but
making or breaking the game for you.
it's business.
Or it's
yeah,
not making or breaking the fact that you're like, oh, I should have gotten a PlayStation. Or, oh,
No.
I should have gotten an Xbox. I mean,
No,
you luck out
not
with having the best of both worlds, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
at all. Doesn't sway me either way.
Microsoft News. The Windows 10 event happened, and Kelk was, not watching. Not paying attention at
Drooling.
work. And he can give us the recap. I can help out too, 'cause I
Well-
did watch as well. But
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna need your help for
Yep.
some of this stuff because
Kelk, did you use a half a box of tissues or a whole box?
full box. It was full blown.
and he used one
Full
of those
Costco box.
yeah, and one of those family size bottles of Jergens.
Oh, the Jergens.
That thing-
Unscented, so my wife doesn't know.
Yeah, it feels like he's wearing silk underwear, even though he's not.
So this conference was called Windows 10. It was for the update coming next spring called Creators.
Now,
And-
it is a free update, right?
It's a free update
Right,
if you own Windows 10. Yeah.
Right.
And
Better be.
so basically, Scotchy, what'd they do? They covered like 3 points. Basically, they covered the creativity portion, which was in the beginning.
Usability was first. I don't know if we signed in late, but when I rewatched it, they kind of opened up with usability.
People that were blind. That was pretty cool. I saw some of
all
that.
types of handicaps that they're trying to work with. Yeah.
So they talked about that. Then they went into the creativity. They announced a new painter or paint 3D because the whole purpose of this new Windows 10 update is converting everything into 3D. Everything
with the option to go to 3D. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything you do from this point forward, I guess they have the science to prove that the engagement is better when things are 3D and when they're animated.
Like websites and stuff?
Well, they kind of had this one girl who came out and did and this is just one portion of it, Kelk, you can probably get into other things, where she gave a presentation of using PowerPoint and how you can bring 3D objects in from like SketchUp or any of the other 3D, images that you can find online. And you can insert those 3D objects into PowerPoint and then use them in transition slides, like when you go from one slide to the other, where you actually pivot those objects in your presentation slides as you transition from one slide to the other to kind of make it a little bit more, I don't want to say interactive, but just a little bit more captivating to the
engaging.
people. Yeah, engaging for the people watching.
And one of the cool features that they kind of kicked the whole thing off with was, I guess there's an app that's going to be on the Windows phone, or Scotchy, they said like everything, right? Like iOS and Android also.
I thought it was a Windows 10 exclusive or Windows
app.
Yeah, well, it was for phones that use the Windows interface.
Okay, so this is exclusive to Windows 10 mobile, Surface,
yes,
stuff like that. So they basically, Pigeon, what you can do is you can take your beer bottle, for example. You can open this app and you can walk around your beer bottle, like scan around it.
It's like a photo app.
It's a photo app, and it uses like Connect technology. It creates the 3D images, and you just save it up to your like Pinterest account. And then in Paint 3D or in PowerPoint or whatever, you just literally side open the panel of your Pinterest save photos of 3D, and you bring it right into your documents.
And it'll be a 3D image of your bottle.
You use the word connect, it's going to fail.
No, it's actually, it was really, really cool. She had it was a fake sandcastle, but she did the walk around of the sandcastle and then created a personalized emoji, 3D emoji with the sandcastle in it.
So the big things we thought of Pigeon when we were watching it was you can make your own emojis and you can customize emojis and make them in 3D.
Right.
So we thought of your daughter when we saw that. And then the other thing was you can take your Minecraft created objects, save them to this 3D Pinterest, bring it in, and then you can 3D print it. So anything you make in Minecraft, you can print out.
You can now save as a 3D object and then print it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's better quality than Phil Spencer's Halo character.
No, it was.
It did look really good.
They showed it. It was pretty much like the Minecraft toys that you buy at Toys R Us, like the Lego toys or whatever. Right. It's like printing one of those out.
Right. With not moving, but
yeah. They had a little like 2-minute segment, like pretty much connecting why Minecraft is so big and important with this whole 3D movement.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, that was just part of it. And then they went into the games. They talked about tournaments and the LFG stuff integrated into Windows 10. Real quick, they talked about how they bought Beam, and Beam is going to compete with Twitch.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, they showed like the instant, choices and commands you can give to the person broadcasting.
They were really showing how they really, really pushed the Beam interface with Windows to make online streaming much easier, where you don't have to be like, trying to sync up your cameras and your mics, and then getting the the pictures around the like your display like set up correctly and everything else. It's supposed to be like no brainer kind of user interface.
Yeah. Okay. So and then let's see what
the
else.
other thing with that was they had buttons that you could add to your games where people could interact with you. Like they were showing this one guy who was playing Forza Horizons 3, and there was a button at the bottom of it that said go off-road, and then people could click on that to give him instant feedback saying, do this now, instead of typing it in the chat window, and then it would instantly say it, like the in-game or something like that, or his app, the Beam app, would say like, it's time to go off-road or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They talked about the Xbox One having the Dolby Atmos and the pass-through bit stream, which I guess is a big ask from a lot.
Yeah, because what do they have now? They have what, the HDR10 or something like that? No.
It's Dolby Digital and DTS, and I guess with this whole new.
Atmos. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, with the 4K and the Atmos and all that.
Yeah,
like
that's what they use in theaters, I think, right?
Yeah, yep. It's big for home theater people.
Yeah.
Then they got into HoloLens and VR, right? Or were you going to hit something else?
Yeah, no, exactly. They did a little bit of like a quick with the whole 3D thing again, pushing the creativity. They went with HoloLens. They showed some VR from like third-party companies, like who was it? Dell, Asus,
Lenovo,
people like that are going to be creating their own cheaper VR headsets starting at $299.
But they were saying with the Windows 10 interface, it's going to be better than any of the other VRs that are out there now, and then they put a $300 price point on it.
We'll see.
And then real quick, and the pretty much non-console related, they showed a new Surface Book 2, and they unveiled the Surface Studio, which is Microsoft's first custom-built desktop computer.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy looking at a 28-inch
monitor built
monitor.
in, right?
Huh?
Yeah, think of an iMac, like the big tabletop iMac,
yes.
But it's got a little, very ultra-thin computer base with two zero-gravity hinges that support a 28-inch touchscreen display. And
what did they say the visibility was? It was like 10 times better than 4K or something?
Yeah, it was. Well, I think
like a billion something or other.
A billion K.
It was like 192 pixels per inch, which is pretty amazing. And then
your eye can't even see past that anymore.
Yeah, you can't even see a pixel if you put your eyeball to the screen.
Right.
And he said it was equivalent to 4 14-inch 4K screens as one big monitor.
Right.
So it's pretty mind-blowing.
And then the entire computer itself is actually in the base of the unit.
Yeah.
Yep. One cable makes
the monitor
no sound.
was super thin. I mean, it was ridiculously thin. Like it was thinner than
they said it was
than your Surface Pro monitor.
Yeah, in an ideal world, I would buy it, but it's probably just for video and visual artists.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
because they introduced
exactly
that
for
dial.
Yeah,
and
for
stuff.
creativity.
Yeah, and it was had a $3,000 price point on it.
Yikes! That's the bottom. That's the base model.
Probably.
Yeah, that's the starting app price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else with the Scorpio Coke?
I don't know.
They didn't announce it, right? They didn't announce it.
They didn't talk too much about it. No,
they didn't talk. If they did, I might have missed that part. So
they talked about the S. Yeah, but I don't think they mentioned anything with the Scorpio in this one. They just kind of mentioned gaming as a whole moving forward with the VR and stuff too. I mean, they kind of showed a lot more of the VR with kind of just interactive app options. I think things that look like they transitioned from the HoloLens or AR. But I think they were giving the option that VR is going to be interactive with the Xbox.
And a lot of their talk and sizzle reel stuff kept mentioning like 4K, native 4K. So that you can pretty much damn well bet when this Scorpio comes out, they're going to make sure it does the best of 4K possible.
Right. All right, games of gold for this upcoming month. Xbox One is Super Dungeon Bros.
Well, did they mention anything about 6 teraflops?
No, they did mention in the new Surface Pro or the
Surface Book 2. They mentioned teraflops.
Yeah, 1.4 teraflops. I think
They
said they doubled the battery life to 16 hours in the new Surface Book Pro,
which is crazy. 16 hours.
And they what else did they put 2 processors in it now, or no, a better graphics card, right? So that they can do a higher resolution gaming.
Yeah, they said it does double the horsepower with the graphics.
Right. Okay. So they doubled the horsepower and doubled the battery life in it, and they didn't change anything else about it.
Dude, no 6 teraflops.
Yeah, no. All right, games of gold. Xbox One, Super Dungeon Bros. and also Murdered Soul Suspect.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the Xbox 360 is the Secret of Monkey Island Special Edition.
I guess it's kind of like a Maniac Mansion, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Monkey Island's a classic. The main guys.
From like Ron Gilmore.
I forget his name.
Ron Gilmore and the guy who made Psychonauts, something Gilbert, right?
Yes. And the main character is Guybrush Thorpewood or something like that. He's this blonde-haired pirate dude.
Anyway,
it goes.
I was gonna say that sounds familiar. Now that you keep talking about it.
Yeah, it goes back to the old days of like Leisure Suit Larry and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of like a point-and-click adventure.
Yeah.
Also, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon.
That's supposed to be a really good DLC. Like it's a separate game, but when people bought Far Cry 3, you got this game when you can purchase it.
Right.
And it's supposed to be just like insane, like
it's like 80s,
yeah. Neon colors, lightning bolts.
Okay.
The whole thing.
Nintendo
Cheesy
news.
One-liners, whatever.
Pidge, you got the sound effect ready. Nintendo news. Nintendo Switch reveal talk. All right, so the Switch ended up. We were right. Let's pat ourselves on the back. We were right with what we thought they were going to be doing with their NX, development. But the Switch will be a handheld console, allowing users to connect to a large screen in their homes before switching to a smaller handheld screen on the go.
And we also talked about it having a dock having more horsepower. I don't understand. A lot of people are like, "Oh, what's the dock for? Is it just for charging?" No.
You're like, no, that's how you get the nice, pretty picture on your big TV.
You got to be an idiot to not know that. I am curious though. There is some images. There's some like openings on the side. Looks like it might charge like the two little joysticks.
I was gonna say, charge the joysticks and the Pro controller, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys watch it again when they show it when it's docking. Like you can see on the first picture we have here.
Yep.
It's on the left-hand side.
Now you don't think it does that when the monitors when they're attached to the monitor and plugged into the docking station?
I'm not sure
because I think it would do it as a charging as well. Yeah, but I'm saying maybe it just does both.
I'm going to say this. I don't think when it attaches to the screen that it's actually getting any sort of contact port. I think the left and right slides are actually Bluetooth controllers.
No, it was IR.
Is it? It's IR?
Well, when it connects to it, it doesn't register the buttons. It registers as an IR, like an infrared to the tablet. I thought that's what the rooms were.
I think they're just mount rails. I don't think there's any kind of power that changes over via those.
Yeah, but those controllers got to have some kind of power to register with the tablet.
Well, yeah, but I think he was answering what I was saying with them. Once they're attached to the sides and it's plugged into the base, if it's powering through the screen or the handheld, or if they're recharging through them, or if you have to charge them separately.
They took them off and used them individually as a controller.
Right. But I think what Calc was saying is there's no power, connection when they're attached to the side of the screen. They might. Or you're saying that they have to charge separately, Calc.
Yeah, that's my thought. I think those rails are just for attachment. I think they do their communication via some other signal.
I 100% hope they're not batteried. Like AA battery or something. I would be kind of pissed if they are.
There's a ton more questions need to be answered here.
All right, so they're reintroducing cartridges. They're getting away from the discs.
Yeah, it looks like they're going with like the fat SD cards.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ones from the DS consoles, but they look a little bit bulkier than those.
Yeah, so that means probably no backwards compat, right?
Downloading games to internal storage will also remain an option. I'm wondering if they're going to give us the option for external hard drives.
It better be. It better not be like the PS4. That's wacky, PS4.
The Joy-Cons, I think, was what we were talking about before, is a hybrid of the classic joystick and controller, which will enable gamers to change the way they control their game experience seamlessly.
Yeah, I mean, in the video, there was the tablet with the controllers on the side.
Yep.
there was the controls on the side of the tablet attached to another controller.
Yeah, attached to like a backing system, and then the center piece just kind of like one of the regular Xbox or PS4 controllers.
Which would seem that's probably what's going to come back in.
Yep.
And then there's the Pro controller.
Yep. They had that, which had like it looked like it had like some grippy edges to it. Finally.
Yeah, which would be I guess sold separately, and then you can play with them individually.
Yeah, you can trade them off and play 2-player like Mario Kart. Each person has their own.
This is insane, man.
So you can do 2-player.
This is crazy.
It's gonna cost a lot of money for all these peripherals.
No way.
It's powered by NVIDIA. It's designed for the longest possible battery life, thankfully, and it will have Pigeon. You ready? Amiibo support.
I bought a used Kirby today.
Did you? Nice.
Finally got one, but he's like super jacked up. I might take it back. I don't like it.
All right. There is no backwards compatibility with Wii U discs and 3DS cartridges. No 2-screen experience and no touch screen.
Yeah, I don't understand the no. The biggest thing is probably the no touch screen.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't something that I was a huge I had to have it. I think mostly with my thought of like when I play with the Wii U, the biggest option plus side for me is that if Jonas wants to watch TV, I can let him watch TV, and then I can continue my gaming on the pad itself. Yeah. That was the biggest plus side to it.
And this actually does that even further.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And no backwards compatible.
Right. But I'm wondering if they let you download it digitally and play those games.
That's what I'm wondering too.
But I'm just maybe they'll finally run, that experience that we had. What was that? The Nintendo Club that we were doing before? Mm-hmm. If they're going to allow us to do that with games that we've purchased with the Wii U and then download them for free, probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, which will suck.
Yeah, but if you download with the Switch, you download it digitally, right? And it goes into that dock.
Okay.
And then you take it on the go. Is it stored onto the tablet itself?
I think it'd be pretty cool maybe that would suck too for timing, but I think it'd be pretty cool if it's stored on the dock and then you knew you were going to be leaving. So you just said, okay, I want these 3 games on there and to go.
Yeah, but that would just be a nightmare.
And then it would just be transferring back and forth when you weren't using it. Maybe, I don't know. It would be a nightmare, but I'm pretty sure that the storage on the actual carry around is not going to be that big.
Maybe there's like a dummy SD card, like a fat SD card.
Oh, maybe
that allows you to unlock it and stream it. I don't know. This is all interesting.
Yeah.
Questions here.
In the preview, they did show what looks to be a new Mario game.
Oh my gosh,
looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's like the Day of the Dead.
Oh, was it
Mario? It looked like it was like a Day of the Dead Mario game. Like the first screenshot, and the other one was him walking on some kind of platform with a bullet bill.
Okay. Yeah, I saw the bullet bill one. I missed the first part.
In the first part when he's running, it's like all colorful with pinks and yellows and greens, like the Day of the Dead artwork.
I didn't see that.
You gotta look at it.
One of the Nintendo Switch actors discussed how the new Pro controller is probably one of the most comfortable controllers I have ever held in my hands. His previous most comfortable controller was the Xbox One. I wonder how much they spent on their design.
That's some fighting words right there.
Especially from Kelk. And a Nintendo spokesperson said, "You shouldn't assume what you saw on the video represents actual game footage." Oh, burn. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I was going to say, is that good or bad? Because what I saw looked pretty damn good.
Yeah. Hopefully it's better?
It's a bad thing.
Okay, I see the picture you're talking about.
See,
with the whole...
it's all like super colorful, and there's some guy with a sombrero.
Yeah, okay. You can see the Dia de los Muertos skull on the left with the sombrero. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I guess he noted that the footage was added post-production.
That's scary. That's either a good thing or a bad thing. Like it's actually better graphically, but I'm thinking the screen's probably 720, and then you can get your 1080p on your television.
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you're in tablet mode, there's really no need to be greater than 720.
Yeah, because when it's scaled down, it's just gonna look as good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean the HD Wii. I mean that gameplay, like the Wind Waker HD looks great. So I can't imagine that it's gonna be worse.
But even when you play the game on the tablet, I mean, it still looked good, even though it was 480.
Yes. Yep.
So,
All right. So price point, battery life, thoughts?
It's gotta be. Well, I thought the price points were leaked out at like $299, $399, and
There's no way, man.
I think it's gonna be. I'd agree. I think I'm gonna go 250, 300.
What's the Nivea Shield? What's that cost?
I'm not sure, but this
Or Nvidia, whatever it is.
I could see this being a $349 price point, and I'm gonna say the battery life on this when it's not. Let's see, fresh off the dock, I'm gonna say 6 hours.
Ooh, I was gonna go 8.
I'm gonna go 6.
I'm saying 8 when it's just on console gaming. If you're using Wi-Fi and stuff, then I'll say that 5 or 6.
I don't know. I'm thinking. I hope battery life's between 8 and 10. I really do, because some dudes take it on the plane.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say with the DS that I have. I mean, that battery life on that thing's pretty damn good.
Yeah, but that's outputting like subpar graphics.
Course. Yeah, of course. But again, they have brand new technology going in this thing too. So I'd hope it'd be better.
As long as it's not using Galaxy Note 7 batteries.
All right. So what else? What's in the box?
Well, what's in the box?
Gets my dick in that box.
Well, I think there's going to be a couple options here. I think there's going to be a bundle option where you can get the Pro controller with it.
Ooh, come on! They never had a bundle like that with the Wii U.
I know. Well, maybe they're trying to just different tiers here.
No, I think they're
what's
just
in the
teasing us
box
with the Pro controller in this commercial to make everybody go out and buy it separate.
Yeah, what's in the box for me is I think the little, the Joy-Con controllers that slide in.
Yep.
For the tablet, and then the regular handheld controller.
The one that they slide onto.
Yes, and I also think it's going to come with Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game.
You think? I mean, they did show a bunch of that in the show or the preview.
I think it would be smart because it's a first party game, and what game do you want on your new Nintendo console?
I think that would be the high end price option. I think they're going to do a low end.
I think that will go like $399
without the game.
Hey, I'm going to throw in one more thing in the box that we kind of skated around and didn't even bring up recently. We did a while back, but headset. Are they going to have any form of live service or party chat?
I hope so.
I would hope so too, but
that was a big thing when Evan and I got ours. Is we wanted to play Splatoon and he wanted to chat.
Well, but I was going to ask about that. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to say there's just no way to communicate.
Yeah, they showed in the preview and stuff for it, where they were competing at like a ESL.
Esports, with the headsets,
right? Where they were doing a Splatoon kind of challenge or gaming. I don't know if I saw any of those guys with headsets on when they were doing it though. When they actually showed the gameplay, they had the regular ear buds plugged into the console, but I don't know if I saw the big headphones with the mic and everything on it.
They gotta have some kind of infrastructure on par with at least the Xbox 360.
I would hope so.
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be disappointment number 4 with, some of the other things they're cutting out.
Right. Well, that was my concern too, because most of the gameplay, interaction that they showed was in person. It was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys picked up on that when they were showing like the guys that were playing basketball, and then the guys that were playing basketball in real life stopped, and then they came over, and two guys had the Switch. And then they swapped off, the little, what'd you call them? The Joy-Cons? Yeah. And each guy had his own Joy-Con, and they were playing 2 teams of 2. So there was 4 people playing on 2 consoles. And I'm assuming that they were connected kind of like you can with the DS,
locally.
Yes. Because there was no wire connection. I'm assuming they were doing like a Wi-Fi or
ad hoc, as they call it, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
connection.
it's like they have some little Bluetooth connection or something.
Right, which was pretty cool. That's a neat option as well. But again, you have to be with somebody at that time. You can't be playing, like we're saying, multiplayer over the online play.
I just hope. I mean, with this reveal, there's just more questions than answers.
Right.
I just hope they're going to start in December and January and February and reveal stuff, and by the time March comes, it's going to be like, okay.
I think it did what it had to. I think it was pretty much, hey, let's show the world this and have people say, hey, that's pretty cool, which is what I'm saying right now. Is it's pretty cool and it looks promising, but like we just said for the past 20 minutes, there's a lot more questions now.
Yeah.
All I know is that I'm going to have a console because I'm buying it day one to play on the shitter.
But 100%, yeah, seriously. But 100%, I am liking this reveal time frame more than something like the Scorpio, where they came out and gave us all the specs on it and everything else, told us about it, and then are making us wait almost 2 years for it.
Yeah,
I like
agree.
this where it's you get a little bit of a sneak. Okay, we are coming up with something, and then 6 months before the reveal, they're like, okay, here's what we have coming up. Here's a preview to it. I don't like
hold on to your panties.
Yeah, I don't like that long-term waiting game where we're giving you all the specs of what we're looking to do and everything that the thing's going to have. But okay, go ahead and sit now for 2 years.
Yeah, E3 2017, the Switch will be out. They're going to reveal Metroid.
Ooh, that'd be pretty sweet.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
All right, Nintendo is also betting it can sell 2 million of its consoles in this new Switch console in less than a month. I can be on board with that.
If it comes packed in with Breath of the Wild, it will
sell easily.
Copies.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I think that'll be a bundle package. That's my shortage of it. Yeah,
yeah. It should. It should go like
that'll
Wii
be like
Sports.
the 350 package, I think.
Yeah, it's just if they don't do that, man. That's like a ball drop.
Right.
I don't know.
All right, multi-platform news: Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer and thoughts.
Yeah, I think this was it was the same day. It was the
20th.
The Nintendo Switch was shown, and then an hour later was Red Dead 2.
Graphically impressive.
Yeah, real quick. I mean, without getting too nuts and diving in, I thought it looked amazing. The environments were the biggest character to me. Like
the stars in the sky.
Yeah, the biggest. Yeah, I mean, and the stars of the trailer, like figuratively. Like you can see the cowboy and all the different characters and stuff, but the environments just look like I'm gonna play that game and get lost forever in it.
Now, I got a question when you talk like that, because I kind of with Witcher
GTA 5.
Well, no, but with GTA 5, I liked how you had the fast ass cars where it still took you 10 minutes or something like that to drive from one end of the island to the other.
Right.
Where you're in Red Dead world where it's horses, you don't have a 90-mile-an-hour horse.
Didn't they have fast travel there though?
They in Red Dead, I think once you established a camp, you could fast travel. I don't like
doing that.
Well, no,
it's kind of annoying to me.
I think you drop on a stagecoach and then you could just fast travel.
Yeah, but that's annoying. That's stupid. It's like a loading screen at that point. Screw
You're
that.
Stupid.
But again, this goes back to earlier in the show when I said I think it's the lack of time and the fact that we constantly hop onto newer games.
Yeah, but GTA 5, I played the crap out of that, and I really liked that. I even played the crap out of online. I mean, I'm not ridiculous with my online play, but I like the option, of these big map games that Rockstar is coming out with. Of maybe they should be, me personally saying this, maybe they should be limiting the size of the map for your travel options.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, honestly, myself, I'm trying to figure out why it is myself and even you just couldn't get into Witcher 3 when it was supposedly one of the best games in quite a long time.
I think it was just too big and there was too many different options of free play. I mean, even Skyrim was huge, but for some reason I like that better than I did Witcher. I don't know why.
All right, now real quick, I'm going to ask this question. Longevity. So with the scale and scope of all this, do you think this would have the longevity that like GTA 5 has? Again, it's made by Rockstar. Are they going to roll out these little DLC things now? And now that the online multiplayer is such a big thing, or do you think it's going to fall off quicker than GTA 5?
No, I think it'll be the same. I think they were supposed to do a bunch of DLCs for the single player, but they saw how much GTA Online was making so much money that they just added the free content because people would just spend money just to get more money to spend in game.
But again, there's a lot more to do with GTA than I think they're going to be able to do with Red Dead. There's the racing. They had that, I mean, unless you're doing the stagecoach racing and stuff.
Stagecoach racing, target practice, animal hunting, multiplayer, the team deathmatch. There's probably
zombies.
Yeah, the zombie. I was just gonna say that was supposed to be the undead.
Yeah, the undead was supposed to be really good.
There's a bunch of stuff.
I guess there's different options for that and stuff like that. Yeah. How about with like Calc? You mentioned the multiplayer. Are they going to have a multiplayer campaign option?
Well, that's my biggest concern, but I think it was the last show I talked about, would they shortchange the single player? I don't think they're going to shortchange it because they're Rockstar so massive. They've made so much money off GTA. They probably have like 1,000 people working on this game.
Are they going to give you that multiplayer campaign though?
I would hope that there's some form of you and your posse can, do the campaign, because to me,
about single player, or because Scott's talking about multiplayer.
Campaign, but with multiplayer option. Yeah.
Multiplayer campaign.
Co-op and stuff.
Yes.
If we could do the story with all of us playing together, that will make me want the game just as much.
I agree.
It'll be your Calc. You called a posse. It'll be you and me as a posse, and then Rambo over here running ahead and shooting everything, waiting for us.
Yeah, we'll hear him in the distance, like slaughtering everybody in the town.
Yeah. Were there black females back then?
And be going, can I scalp this piece of crap?
Well, and this ties into this. I want Pigeon to watch Westworld because I want his input of how he would act in that type of world.
I know.
I would bang every robot.
All right, yay or nay on the beers. Calc, start us off again with what your thought was.
Yeah, it's a yay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Still
Pitch?
donut.
Yeah, donuts definitely.
Change a donut. Blueberry still.
I love them sour cream donuts.
What?
Have you never had a Dunkin' Donut
they
sour
are pretty
cream?
good. They are pretty good.
No.
Not an old fashioned.
I'm not super adventurous. No, I was thinking he was going to say something like, one of the, what are those, the crumb cake ones that you
French
can get from
rollers.
Entenmann's with the little tiny crumble things on the top of the white
coffee
Oh.
crumbs on top.
Yeah.
chocolate dip Entenmann's. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh.
All right, Pidge.
Unfortunately, I'm a yay for a $12 bottle beer.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
This Dogfish Head Dark IPA is a yay as well. And
Does it taste the same as your other one? Because it is the same.
no, it's not the same. It's totally different.
It's the same.
It's not. It's totally different.
They got new artwork for all their beers.
No, I know they did, but this is a dark IPA. It's totally different. The other one was an ale or a lager. I think it was a brown ale. This is a dark IPA.
Stop trying to convince yourself that you're wrong.
No, it's got a totally
That you're
different
right.
taste. It's yay.
I mean,
Anyway. All right, let's get another beer. And although we've been talking a whole lot, so I don't know how much you guys drank, but we'll be back with Brown Breeze.
For more from the Loaded Couch, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hey, if you like me, follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Pigeon Peg Leg. Yeah! What's going on, guys? This is Cataclysmic Doom. Make sure to check me out on Twitch and Twitter at Cataclysmic Doom.
Hey, this is Scotchhound. If you want to hear more from me, you can check me out on Twitter at Scotchhound_LC or on Twitch at Scotchhound.
All right, we're back with the Brown Breeze section of the show. And Calc and I are still drinking the same beers. Calc, give it a review or reread real quick.
I'm drinking the Saranac. They're cold brew coffee lager.
Okay. I've got the Indian Brown from Dogfish. It's their dark IPA. It's not their Indian Brown Ale. And Pigeon?
it's the same.
Shut up.
It's the same. It's the Harvest Ale Autumn Limited Edition from J.W. Lees and Company. It's a barley wine English style.
Oh.
United Kingdom.
Oi.
Oi. It's brown in color and it's 11.5%
Ooh, finishing off big.
alcohol. And it comes in a 9.3 ounce bottle. And it was like $8.
Jesus. You got money burning a hole in your pocket, don't you?
Oh, my allowance.
All right, Diary of the Mouth. Parrot reveals husband's affair.
Jokes an asshole.
Reveals husband's affair with housemaid. The pesky
Nice.
bird began repeating the conversations the man was having with his lover, causing suspicion with his wife. Realizing that the parrot was picking up the flirty comments from inside the home, she put two and two together and exposed their love affair. The couple live in Kuwait, where adultery is illegal, and so the wife marched to police with the parrot as evidence.
They went,
How do you prompt the parrot to say this stuff?
Go
I
ahead.
guess
What
you
was it?
start talking dirty to the parrot and see if he
Lift
repeats
up your
anything.
skirt. Lift up your skirt. Bend over.
Here comes the Jersey six pack or the Jersey meat hook, whatever it is.
Here comes the Kuwaiti meat hook.
Kuwaiti meat hook.
It's just the pinky and the thumb.
Space shuttle.
It's just the pinch and the pinky and the thumb with a punch in the middle.
Pinky and the thumb.
The pinky.
Yeah, and you get a taint punch in the middle of it.
Oh my God, send it out.
All right, so the tallest church in the world is under attack, and the aggressor is human urine. What?
You're huge. 1 inches. Okay.
All right, so the tallest church in the world is under attack, and its aggressor is human urine.
Yeah, I think I heard about this. Is this like homeless people? Or what?
Officials responsible for its upkeep say that the stone base of the Gothic tower, which has long acted as a lightning rod to late night revealers looking to relieve themselves, is being eroded by salt and acids in the urine.
Why would you pee on a church?
I have no idea. That's just ridiculous. And I'm gonna wonder where this is. But okay, quote, I've been keeping an eye on it for a half a year now, and once and again, it's coated with urine and vomit. Michael Hilbert says, the building's head of maintenance, told Südwest Presse. This quote, this is about preserving law and order. Okay, it's not about preserving the building. It's about preserving law and order. That's kind of ridiculous.
So they should get somebody to go out there and power wash it like every other night.
Dude, it'll just erode the stone even more.
Or just have police sit there and send out summonses or tickets.
All right, so it's a 531 foot tall steeple of Ulm, Münster in Germany, the city of Ulm.
Okay,
It
so it's in
lies
Germany.
on the river. Yeah,
You
river.
got a special place in hell, like you said, if you got the balls to go piss on a church.
I know. You just go straight to hell.
Yeah.
A portal open.
Hell. Football's the
Go
devil.
to hell.
Foosball's the devil.
All right, here comes the donkey punch.
Hey, real quick, too, speaking of hell and horror, Stonehurst Asylum's the movie pick on Netflix.
All right.
All right, tweet it out as well.
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you with the game because I can't look right now. All right.
Dang.
Questions from listeners. Our first question
Yes.
comes from @Evolve Game Designer. Kelk, you said that you would buy our game if it came down in price. Well, it was down to free on PC and $10 on consoles. You lying sack of shit.
I guess they should have went and supported them, didn't they? I think they just announced this week that 2K yanked the plug on Turtle Rock.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
I
supporting their game.
Yeah, they're not going to support Evolve anymore.
Yeah, Calc, those $10 was the make or break point.
Hey, keep talking, and I'll have Scotchy pick that as the game.
Okay? And you'll buy it on the TLC account.
Nice. All right. Thank you for the question, or actual just calling out Calc as a lying sack of shit at evolvegame.com. Yeah, what was I going to do? .com in there?
.com.
Yeah.
It's like my grandmother who had a stroke. She says, Ruby lost a tooth. She's like, where's your turkey?
.com. Where's your turkey? Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next question comes from @Nintendo Guy for Life. So the Switch is out for the world to see, and it looks like you guys may have called the handheld to TV experience. Are you going to get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Possibly.
That's a no.
I was watching the trailer or what the reveal or whatever you want to call it with my daughter, and my wife walked in. And I look at her. She's like, I'm like, what? She's like, you're not getting it. I'm like, what? We'll talk. It's not coming out till next year.
I would say this
Next year. Next March.
If they showed everything that they did, which is pure excitement, I'm excited for it. But I knew all the stuff that I just purchased a year ago was going to work, then I would be on board with it.
Yeah, but you bought
play the
physical
thing you
disc
bought.
though, right?
No, I think the only disc we have is Mario Kart.
I thought I got you one for his birthday or something.
Or no, Mario Kart was a digital. I have like one disc.
Not Splatoon, is it?
One or two of them are disc. Splatoon and I think Yoshi's Woolly World.
That game's so adorable.
Yoshi,
But-
oh my god, it is.
but
It's really
Like
a good
I said,
game.
I think I'm sitting on 350.
And let me guess, you don't even play what Yoshi's Woolly World, do you?
Pro controller.
To me or Calc?
Calc.
No, I should. When I get my surgery, I should play a lot of it.
Oh my god, that game is so good. As a platformer, it's a great game.
Yeah, I'm probably about $500 invested into the Wii U, and none of it's going to work on the Switch.
That's all right.
You don't need it to work. You can just play the Wii U.
How much would you like to have an old NES? Are you sitting there bitching that you bought an NES?
No.
With inflation, it's probably like $4 billion.
It's not like you play your old Sega Saturn or anything.
Kelk, let me ask you this. I'll do you a favor. Have your wife, when you're after surgery, hook up your Wii U to your bedroom, and then when you're on the shitter or in bed, you can play on the tablet the whole time.
That's so true. Or when you're laying in bed in the morning, when you're not working.
Or when you're just a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah, it's got Netflix on it. You can watch Netflix right on the tablet while you're laying there instead of having to sit up and watch your TV.
There you go.
Your tiniest TV in your humongous master bedroom.
All right, thank you for the question at Nintendo Guy for Life. And that's L exclamation point, whatever. All right, our next question comes from at Fantasy Football Sucks. Okay. What's the deal with all the falling ratings for football games? Do you have the answer as to why?
Yeah, it's been going around. Like, football ratings have been... Like,
I keep seeing it in the news.
I don't know. Maybe...
I'll tell you why. 2 reasons.
Too many good TV shows. I mean, that's pretty much my reason. It's
got to be the presidential debates and the race and Colin Kaepernick. I'm serious. Like,
no.
Like, when you kneel for the national anthem, people get pissed off.
Yeah, I don't know if it's so much Kaepernick, but I will give you I think the political election has just got everybody completely sidetracked mentally.
Kelk, stop trying to be PC. You know it's Kaepernick.
No, I think he's a scumbag for doing it too. But I think.
What does your brother think?
I haven't even talked to him about it, honestly.
He's like, we're gonna go and kidnap him.
Probably go shoot his ass.
We're gonna cut his hair.
Hold him down, shave his head. No, I think you're right. The political thing, and my part is I think there's just too many good TV shows out too.
That's what I was thinking, especially
Name
with like
one. Yeah, that isn't Westworld or The Walking Dead or anything.
Well, I was gonna say The Walking Dead's on Sunday night.
Walking Dead and Westworld are Sunday night, so I won't watch Sunday night football games unless it's the Giants.
They suck anyway. Also, I think it's the game that they have televised. They're not that good. I mean, this past Sunday was a 6-6 tie.
Maybe it's Joe Buck.
Joe Buck isn't on Sunday night.
Maybe
football.
it's that they're moving Thursday nights to London.
No, that's Sunday night games. I mean, Sunday morning games. I'm okay with that. It's just the competition has been terrible. Like this tomorrow on Thursday is Jaguars and Titans. No one wants to see that crap.
What happened is maybe I haven't been paying attention, and that is 100% true. In like the last few years, but does it seem like a lot more people got hurt this year than usual?
They always do because
every year
they're becoming freaks of nature. I mean, they're so.
But it just seems like everybody who's like these great players, they're all hurt.
Yeah, because our bodies can't handle it, and they're doing too much to it.
Yeah, these guys are like hitting each other with the G-force of like.
But I thought they were like nerfing all of the abilities to hit like that, like no helmet to helmet, no spearing, no blindsiding, no hitting like the punter, all these other things. They've been adding all these rules and stuff to kind of cut down on these injuries and stuff, and it just seems like this year's more than ever.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like these guys are like 300 pounds and they run faster than Usain Bolt. It's like crazy.
I think his nickname is Snacks. I think Snacks Harrison on the Giants. He's a defensive nose tackle. He's like 6'5", 360 pounds, and he can run faster than we can. I mean, that's just not normal.
Yeah, can't run faster than my wife though in heels.
In heels.
Yeah, it's
you have Mexican the night before.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're trying to have their bodies do so much where the body's it's just not made to handle that much. And that's why they're getting hurt so much.
All right, well, thank you for the question. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, did you see the Texans football player? He like tore both his meniscus.
Yeah, both knees.
Oh my gosh, dude.
At the same time.
That sucks.
All right, thank you for the question at Fantasy Football Sucks. Our last question comes from at knock knock Girl Scouts.
Can I get a who's there? No?
I want to see what your favorite Girl Scout cookies are. Turns out they are making Girl Scout cookie cereal too. Why no Boy Scout cookies?
They should do like Boy Scout jerky.
No, they do Boy Scout popcorn.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
I
Popcorn
prefer the jerky.
and
Jerky's much better
well,
than
we sell
popcorn.
jerky as well. Like that's one of the things that our troop sells. We have like these little, jerky sticks or whatever that we sell for.
Even though you don't want to say jerky and Boy Scouts in the same sentence.
Yeah, of course not. But they do. Our Scout does popcorn as their biggest
Scout
thing.
leader.
And what is it? Trail mix is the other thing.
Okay, that's not too bad, but it's not better than-
Favorite Girl Scout cookies?
Don't say it. Don't say it, Kelk. I will punch you right in the face if you say it.
It's got to be the Samoas, right?
my God.
Yes, they're the best thing ever.
I'll punch you right in the fucking face when I say
The
it.
caramel delights when they changed that stupid ass name, the Samoas, they changed it to the dumbass caramel delights.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Jimmy Superfly snook you, drop kick off the top rope to your face.
Those things are
when
the
I say
best,
it.
man.
They are so good. And
Thin
then
mints.
right behind that is Thin Mints.
Yeah. That's the only two
Fucking
cookies you buy from those two.
Yeah,
don't
the
get this-
Thin Mints. The
Samoas.
Thin Mints you have to keep in the fridge
Yes,
and the freezer.
exactly. Yes, 100%. So it's like a
What, you don't
cold
eat
treat.
the whole box when you buy it?
That's the worst
eat-
part about Girl Scout cookies. It's
I'll
like a
eat
serving
one
size
sleeve.
is two.
A serving size is one sleeve.
No, it's two
For you.
cookies. I
You
can
have
finish
two
the damn
cookies.
box of Samoas in one sitting, but serving size is like 2 or 3 cookies. It's stupid.
you have like 25 servings in one sitting.
Exactly.
Big glass of milk and one sleeve of Thin
Let's
Mints.
see. Calculate the calories. I just had about 5,000 calories.
Yeah, I ate a Big Mac 3 times.
Still have room.
That's dessert. Yeah, exactly. That's dessert.
Yeah.
All right. Pidge, what are your favorites? I guess we
It's
named them.
Thin Mints.
Thin Mints.
Thin Mints, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Samoas.
it.
are
And,
the
and the Thin Mints are the one they're making a cereal of, right?
That and the caramel whatever.
No, the Samoas. I think they changed
Yeah.
it back to Samoas. They were caramel delights for like 2 years.
No, it's racist when you say Samoa.
Stupid. Is it racist when we talk about Kaepernick? Not, he's on San Francisco.
Yeah.
When we talk about the Washington's football team.
Yeah, and how about the Cleveland Indians?
Exactly.
How about the Samoans? Hmm.
Is it racist when we talk about the Vikings?
Yeah, and is it racist when we call it Thin Mints? Why can't it be Fat Mints? Bigots everywhere.
Yeah.
Bigotry.
All right. Well, thank you for the question at knock knock Girl Scouts.
Buy my cookies.
Yeah. All right. Kelk and I were still yay, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pidge, give us a
I'm a nay.
nay. Oh, what happened?
Ever since I said I like barley wines, every barley wine since then has not been good.
Oh, you jinxed
It's just an English style. It's like it's supposed to be a super limited edition, and I just not a fan
Are you
of.
supposed to consume it warm?
No, I don't think so. It's just it's got like a weird aftertaste. It's like nice and smooth. There's no like carbonation to it, so
Mhm.
maybe that's the reason.
Okay.
Like I'm looking for some carbonation to it, but I don't know. It's like a weird aftertaste.
All right. All right. That's the show. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Later.
Later.